You know, I don't know how much this episode we're going to be able to air. Content warning, I guess. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, content.
What was we supposed to... Oh, yeah.
Just because, talk about, violent death and everything. But maybe I'll have to do a quick little recorded bit of...
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Look, there's a gross shit gets said on this shit. Beware.
Yeah. Beware.
No kids.
Content warning. And graphic descriptions of tragic world deaths.
Okay, like I said, we're all ready to run. And then Triple H's like, don't you run. Don't you run. He goes, puff yourself up. Yell at it. Rah!
Yep.
Rah! Everybody's running. Everybody's going, everybody's crying and shit. Don't you run. I'll kill you if you run. So we're running. We're yelling at the bear.
But yeah, no, it wouldn't be jail time, but I ain't paying hefty fines to just trying to fill a freezer.
No. I work hard for my money. I don't want to give my money to some fool out there.
I ain't give my money to no government. Hey there, Midnighters and Moonlighters. Welcome to Nightwatch. This is your closer-in-chief. I am here with most of the Nightwatch crew. Jolly.
Hello.
And Big Smoke.
Aloha.
How you boys doing tonight?
Slightly tired.
Slightly tired.
You're falling off the map, dude.
No, I'm okay now. Like, I got in a second wind out of nowhere. I don't know
bags on your eyes got bags.
Let's just see. The bags on your eyes got bags. I don't know. Like you said, I legit slept all day. I woke up at like 12 and was like, I ain't doing this today. I just ain't.
Yeah, but how much sleep did you get the night before? And the night before that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the night before that. But
it takes about a week to reset after one night of losing sleep.
I will say that the sun was out when I went to sleep last night.
Okay, well, I mean, it's sunrise at like 6 a.m.
It was 6, 7, 8 at the latest.
6, 7.
I've been running pretty much all day. So probably by the end of the night,
you have though. Yeah.
By the end of the night, I'm gonna be crashing into the earth because
Big Smoke don't want to hear about your tired.
I was going to say that he's actually been putting in work. He told me yesterday what he was going to do, or the day before.
Man, I was bitching before work Saturday, and I'm like, man, I got my long shift, my Saturday, my 12-hour, and my dad's sitting there listening. Like, I work that every day.
Yeah.
10 days in a row, every day.
Don't want to hear
hours. I'm like, well, I don't. Okay,
I don't like you, Dad. Yeah.
I get my sleep. I prioritize. I take naps. Like when I can.
It's the old guy looking at you, going, "Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. I don't care."
Well, after a certain age, you do end up needing less sleep. Yeah. So I mean, and he's got 20 years on me. He's a year behind you.
Yeah,
year and a half.
Yeah, because I went to bed. Like, okay, we got off work. We blew the walks off the last night.
Yeah.
Got out of there. I got out of there like maybe 54 minutes after close. And then I had to wait for Young Scholar, of course.
Hour.
Yeah, had to wait for Young Scholar. Got him home. He did not want to mess around. He just because he was blood sugar. He was crashing, and he just wanted to go home. He recognized that he was about to crash, so he was like, "Let's just get me home." I'm like, fine. Got him home. He didn't even barely say goodbye. Got out of the car and he just kind of shuffled off to this. Oh, okay, this kid's gonna fall straight on his mattress. I went to bed 3:00. I got up at 7. Worked out, got on the road, DoorDash until 2:30. Well, 3:00 really, but 2:30. Stopped dashing, came home, crashed out for about an hour and a half, and here we are.
Yeah, so you're working on a split 5.5 hours of sleep.
So I'm like, okay, I'm good. But when you feel that burn behind your eyes, kind of, so I'm like, okay, we're on a time clock. Yeah. No video games tonight.
Don't worry, we're gonna rush through this one. I've got enough to get us through to next Monday.
No. We gotta keep it going.
No. I agree. I am thankful that we have that overlap. We're good. We're covered. If something ever happens, like an emergency, we got it covered.
Yeah, this is one. Yeah, this is work of pleasure. I was
going to say, this is pleasure more than
I
work.
like doing this.
Yeah, I will lose sleep for this. But,
Yeah.
But last night I could not lose sleep, so the missed Monday episode. It's okay. I'm gonna get out the next day. But I have just been running ragged, getting this camper all set up. Which, you know, for the listeners at home, I got the camper.
Yeah.
I got it on the lot. It is set up. I've got all the exterior work done. All the repairs are done. The only thing I got left to do is insulate windows and deep clean before I move on.
I'm a little disappointed that we didn't do it and go to his camper tonight.
I tried.
I was really excited. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I was really excited, and then I just seen that we was going to Big Smokes, and I was like, alrighty, you know what I mean? That's fine. But I was like, damn, I really wanted to get in there. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be sweet. I don't know why in my head I'm thinking that's gonna be like a little sweet recording.
I said my living
set
room
up there.
My main space with the slide out. It's about half the size of this room. So like kind of like where we're set up now. If that desk wasn't there, we had to slide over a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna-
we'll have room.
We'll work the logistics out on who sits where. and-
Yeah, I gotta balance you guys out on either side of the different
You
jack.
gotta watch it.
Start putting some jacks underneath the main slide outs.
It's
something.
Yeah. The slide out's got it's got a free floating cantilever frame.
Can't have me and Jolly on the same side.
No.
Next thing you know, timber.
like that part off of Jurassic World where the T-Rexes are.
Starts hitting the side of the building.
But no, I'm looking forward to seeing how I'm going to be able to lay this place out. It's going to be a space of my own.
It looks really nice too. Like it
Yeah.
really does. Like some campers, I've tried to buy a few campers that were driven, and they always like, oh yeah, and you get in there, and it is absolute garbage. It is no one takes care of them. The roof's leaking, falls into the living area. It just I've looked at a few of them that were decently cheap. You know what I mean? I'm not money bags over here, but they were cheap for a reason for sure. You know what I mean? You get in there and you're like, holy shit, this is horrible.
Yeah, all the drawers all blown out.
This is a lot of work. This isn't just
Yeah, I got real lucky with this find, man. It was literally just the plug for the hot water tank had to get swapped out, and then that was really about it. I mean, we've just been spending it. There was a little bit of like exterior. The one seam on the one corner was kind of bent up. It looked like they kind of jacked it up a little bit whenever they were pulling it out of the lot. But it was for the year that it is. It's a 2003. So for the year that it is and the condition that it's in, I got a pretty good deal on it.
Nice.
And yeah, and honestly, all props to my parents for helping out with helping me get it financed. My dad for knowing how to fix this shit up quick, and for making me get out of bed to go do it and get it done, and just nonstop all day.
He put a wrench in his hand, said work.
A whole roll of heat wrap and tape, and said wrap that line.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he hung the entire skirting all the way around it, fixed the steps, fixed the hot water tank.
Hey, your dad's a certain kind of guy.
Bro, I'm telling you, he lives for that shit, man. He's been doing this kind of shit since. It's how he's always been, and never to take advantage of, but like. It's like having a working dog, like they gotta work. If they're just sitting around doing nothing. When digging in a little personal family history, when he went down on it with his back injury, and he was out of work for a while, I could physically see him crawling the walls in his mind, just sitting on the couch and just almost like doing what he could to not rot from the inside, man. It was, as soon as he was able to get back out to work, he was.
I wish I had a little bit more of that.
Get up and go?
Yeah, I really do. Like, I'm to the extreme where I have such trouble getting up and doing this, like, basic things. I get it done, but I procrastinate so fucking much.
Now, I agree.
I wish there was a middle. Just a nice little middle where you can have fun, you can sit down and relax, but then you also, when it's time to kick it into third gear, you can kick it into third gear and get the fuck going.
See, I'll procrastinate like a motherfucker, but when it comes to it, you guys have seen. I'll build a business in a weekend.
Oh, that was good. That was Titanic.
That was both mics.
That's the bulkheads.
Yeah.
The bulkheads coming undone.
That was like the violin crew going down with the ship.
I was gonna say it's Pearl Harbor.
I want to
Beating
say
on the bulkheads.
which is actually true
SOS,
because they show a part of the movie where this guy comes downstairs and he's like, "I want a drink" or whatever. He was a billionaire that was on the ship, and they had him a ship upstairs. One of they were getting all of them, of course, the uppers off, and he looked around, and this is real true. Like third person, like, because I don't think he made it. Third person, like, someone that's real close to him. And he went upstairs to get in the boat and seen all the women and children and was like, no. He went downstairs and the waiters are like running around trying to do stuff. And he was like, I'll take a martini on the rocks or whatever. And he was like, I'm not leaving until all these women and children get off. He died on that boat. Just when you have millionaires upstairs legit stepping and crushing each other to get on boats, he was like, no. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see.
Do you remember who it was?
I do not, but they do show it in the film, but I cannot remember the name because I've seen it recently where they were talking about it and they said his name and who it was. And he was like a textile billionaire.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
There was another one. It was the millionaire couple, the old man and his wife. They showed in the movie.
They stayed in their room and froze to death on the bed when the water came in.
Yeah. They just laid together, holding each other for their last moments and everything. That water rush.
Now, hyperthermic death is painful, bro.
I gotta imagine at first, but I've heard that because of how quick it kills the nerve endings.
You just go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get over the initial panic of the cold and the drowning, the asphyxiation.
Look, man, you don't die instantly when they hang your ass, but you feel that.
I mean, yes, if you do it right, you should.
It's only for a few seconds.
If they do
the way that fool is kicking, it's painful. It's painful, dude.
If you do it right, it is supposed to snap your neck and instantly kill you.
Listen to this, bro.
He's right.
He's supposed to be.
Yeah, most times they don't do it right. And
they say even without airflow and blood flow, your brain takes 4 minutes or some shit like that.
2 to 6 minutes.
That scares me. Just you're dead, but your brain is still active.
It's supposed to fucking scare you. They're killing you in front of people.
That's only if you fear death. It's fine. I'm beyond.
Listen to you. I can take it. You can hang my ass.
What was that movie? With Taylor Lautner in it. He's like,
oh my god, neck.
Yeah. I just watched it. Inglorious Bastards.
No, wasn't Inglorious Bastards.
Was it Million Ways to Die in the West?
I think so.
What?
It's one of those Western parodies.
But what's great
movies.
is that's probably one of his best roles that I remember him, and I'm like going, okay, he doesn't suck in this role.
He's a dumbass or whatever. It's Inglorious the six or whatever.
No,
it's
Hateful Eight. No,
it's something like that.
No, it's not Hateful Eight.
It's something like that though. It's a parody of one of them, like Django, the Magnificent Six.
Oh my
it's
god,
one of them.
Something Six. The Ridiculous Six.
The Ridiculous Six. I just recently watched it. Yeah,
Jesus.
Inglourious Bastards. That was the Brad Pitt movie when they were fighting hunting.
Yeah, he's like, watch this.
Probably
it starts flopping.
People are swooning and throwing up and everything. Oh god, it's
really okay.
But yeah, no, it's supposed to kill you instantly. You're not supposed to sit there like a fish and whatever. Quick knowledge: my this guy that was married to my pap, married to my grandmother. I do not claim him as my pap, as he cheated on my grandmother. And
bastard.
Yeah, bastard. Gloria is an angel. But on and on. He was the manager at the Mansville Penitentiary, and they go through, and I've heard the spew so many times, but they did hangings there, and there was a dude they wanted to hang or whatever, and they fucked up on placing the rope right, and everyone was like, yeah, we can't wait to see this guy die, and they dropped him, and his head popped off. It's hit the ground, lifeless, head rolling, and everybody was like, what the fuck? And after that, they I won't say canceled because that's the wrong thing. They discontinued hangings in the state.
Yeah, I don't know how much this episode we're going to be able to air. Content warning, I guess. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, content.
What was we supposed to? Oh yeah.
Just because talk about violent death and everything, but I feel like we're leaning more as a society. I feel like we're starting to heal a little bit, and I think it's starting to get to more of that. Like you can throw the content warning in the description of the episode, or maybe I'll have to do a quick little recorded bit.
In the beginning. Yeah. Look, there's a gross shit gets said on this shit. Beware.
Beware.
No kids.
Content warning.
Don't play
graphic descriptions of tragic world deaths.
As it's been told, I curse way too often on this show. So.
Really? You've been told that?
Yeah, I know.
I would think
my mom said we curse too much, but I would think I would talk.
I would think I'd curse more than you, but
no, you do not curse more than me, man.
I'm sorry.
You do not curse more than me. But
you
bless your heart.
Jesus Christ! I'm trying to
even further.
I'm trying.
Don't spread. Pull your legs in.
Oh, there we go.
Small space, man. Can't be doing this in the camper.
Well, what?
Yeah, that's gonna thump right through the floor. I can tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Those things aren't very solid. I mean, they're built to move, not withstand thunderous vibrations from
Thunderous, yeah.
from huge leg on.
Huge calves.
Just flopping out there. Dude.
So, speaking of campers, camping stories, hopefully not tragic deaths, knock on wood.
Yeah.
What's your guys' best and worst camping story?
I already told you my worst camping story. Well, it's the
You may have
best.
told me, but we gotta listen to it. Jolly's never heard it before.
It's the best. It's the best. Well, when I was in the Boy Scouts, and we had this really it's really tough Marine Corps scout trooper, and he took us out in the middle of nowhere. And what I used to remember about his things, like he would just, all right, we're going west, and then like he said, all right, who's got a compass? Point west. All right, okay, you're with me, and like he'd be right next to him, and he's walking, and he's not messing around, man. He's just he's moving. And you're like, and he's like, well, that's the reason why we got these walking sticks, and we're just like, we're 12, walking with him, and then we got this one site, and it was like perfect set. It was like high ground. You could see everywhere, 360. All right, we're setting up camp, putting stuff out, and then this bear walks into the clearing. It's a black bear. But to a 12-year-old, man, that's a grizzly. It's huge. And he doesn't like get him on roar. He doesn't do. He makes this huff, that you could feel in your bones. And I mean, that huff was like,
yeah.
And it's like, okay,
you can feel it.
Your lizard brain's going, this guy's going to eat you, run away.
Right. Every evolutionary.
Yeah, I was going to say primeval instinct is just screaming,
yeah,
go.
but you don't run from a bear because he's gonna run you down.
No, you do not like prey.
I think I've talked about that before. It's a black bear, something loud, you get big with it.
Exactly.
It most likely, a good chance it'll run away. A black bear?
No, it's the same for pretty much.
Oh no, black bear. A brown bear? A brown bear?
Not a brown bear, but a black bear.
You gotta watch a brown bear. You know what I mean?
If a brown bear is experience with brown bears, if a brown bear is charging you, you're fucked.
Curl up. Well,
you gotta shoot.
You can't run.
Don't curl up.
You cannot run.
If it's charging you, that
he's gonna eat you.
No. Curl up is then you curl up and try to cover your organs and hope to God he doesn't kill you. Like I said, and hope he gets bored with you.
He'll just tear you apart.
But you can't run from them. They move faster than you. They'll climb a tree faster than you. You can't get up that tree. They'll just get up there and rip you down.
Yeah, they run down.
And they say polar bears. No.
Stop. Back to the story. Okay, comes up, and there's 11 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, like I said, we're all ready to run. And then, troop leader's like, don't you run. He goes, puff yourself up. And yell at it. Rah!
Yep.
Rah! Everybody's crying and shit. Don't you run. I'll kill you if you run. So we're yelling at the bear. And the bear's like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are these idiots doing?
What are these things yelling at me? And then,
crazy ass kid.
Yeah. You're too loud to eat.
I'm saying they're not even scared. He's just like, it's too fucking loud. Y'all are annoying.
He backs up a little bit and he turns and he doesn't run away. He just kind of strolls off.
Saunters off. Yeah,
fuck you guys. You know what I mean?
Ruining the vibe.
Yeah. He walks off and I was thinking, I was just shaking. I still remember just shaking. I was so terrified. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta piss. I go to the edge of the clearing, and I swear to God, I shoot a laser beam of piss out of me. I think I would have floated in the air and flew around.
So if the bear would have come around, you could have just
jet exhaust.
Twine.
Yeah,
it's like one of those arc jet cutters or whatever they cut through concrete with.
And I was like, wow, that was. And then like, whew, after I took a piss, I was like, whew, wow. And then I look around, and there's like one guy had already pissed himself. I guess he wasn't fast enough, and I'm like, and then my troop leader, he's laughing his ass off. He's laughing his ass off. He's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, you guys are men. And I'm like, fuck this, I'm scared. And everybody's all crying. Everybody's got these, like we're dirty, right? So you got these, dirty, rivulet tears. Yeah. Oh my God. That was probably the best, worst story out in the woods.
Jolly, what you got for me?
I've never been camping.
You urban fuck you.
I would love to.
No, I mean, you figure where he lives, he can just step off his back porch and he's camping.
I mean, I guess I could tell you the craziest thing that I've heard that was out and sort of it camping, but not really camping. But camping, I've never been. I've always wanted to.
I mean, you ever stayed the night in a camper? You ever nothing in a tent, car camping, anything like that? Really?
Yeah.
You ever had a bonfire?
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, right. I was about to say.
No, it's not. We have bonfires next to the houses down here.
I know that. I'm giving him something here.
So I think it was the house settling, but I'm sitting in there playing video games with my grams, and I swear I hear something go across the roof. I don't think nothing of it. I'm like, it's the house settling. But I was like, that's an oddly weird sound to sound like the house is settling. I don't know if it connected. It might just be the time, what was going on, and then what I heard after that, I was just like, what the fuck? So I go outside. I'm like, I'm going to go grab the mail for my grandma before she gets home. I get out and I go to the driveway, and it's field, but it's kind of like not totally field. There's trees and there's like thicket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking. I hear a goat. No goats around. I mean, there's goats around, but not in our area. And it just sounds like a goat. And it goes, meh. Does it a couple times. And all of a sudden it goes, Row! I hear in the bushes. Takes off. I was like, I don't know what that was. I wanted to say maybe it was like a deer, maybe a fawn, and like a coyote or something. But it was daylight. So I don't see coyotes.
I say coyotes and foxes make some pretty weird fucking noises.
But it was a straight goat. And then, like I said, I don't think it was on the roof. I think they were just connected. But then in my kid brain, I was sitting there like whatever that was. Yeah, the goat just it's on the roof running. I don't know what that was, though. Like I said, it was really strange. The goat part, like the bleeding thing sounded like if a deer or something got taken by an animal. That made sense. But the weird sound is when they bleed, they don't sound like that. They're like, I forget what it sounds like when a deer bleeds. But I don't think it's like, no, maybe not.
It doesn't sound like that.
Oh, okay.
But there's a video of a bear. It caught a deer, and it's right in these people's like it's not even the backyard. It's like the green.
I know what you're talking about.
The area between houses,
yes.
And the bear caught it like right there, and starts to try to kill it.
Yeah, and it's like
and it's making all kinds of noise.
Yeah,
and the people sitting there going, somebody do something. And it's like the whole time I'm going, yeah, bitch, what are you going to do? I'm not going next to him.
You go do something.
Yeah. You go out there, he's going to go, bop. Yeah. He got double now.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I get 2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
You're like, and it's like, do something. And the deer's like, yeah, do something.
Help, man. Help me.
They do make some weird sounds, but that's been the craziest thing that I couldn't really explain. And I didn't see nothing either. I heard it, but just didn't see nothing.
I see. Skip topics on me. I was gonna get it there eventually, but
what happened?
You really never camped before?
Mm-mm.
That's wild, man.
I was in what is that? Eagle Scouts, Boy Scouts, or whatever it would be.
Well, an Eagle Scout, because if you was Eagle Scout, you'd be in the dirt.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know there was a difference. I went to Boy Scouts then.
Well, no. Eagle Scout is a ranking of Boy Scouts.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
You start out Cub Scouts, then it's Wolf Scouts, then it's Eagle Scouts.
Oh. It was in a church.
Huh?
It was in a church where we did our thing, and we did like a couple things.
Like the community center.
Yeah, and then it was like, we're going to go camping, guys. And I was like, here we go. Like, we're going to get into it. Like, I didn't want to be down in the and downstairs in the basement of the church building derby cars to race the rest of the fellow boys. You know what I mean? I want to get out there and I want to experience nature and stuff. I love nature. I play in it all the time, but I wanted to get camping and stuff. I was like, all right, well, where are we camping at? We going into like Ogleby, or we going into something like? Because I thought Ogleby was like, halfway. It's park, but it's in the wilderness, but it's not enough to where someone loses a leg. We're gonna have to like.
So where were you in the backyard?
Yes, I didn't go. I think shortly after that, I legit quit because I was like, where are we gonna go? And she was like, my backyard, and I was like,
hey, dude,
This is stupid.
Nah,
This isn't the Scouts.
yeah, messing with people's kids, dude. I mean,
Well,
in
no,
Texas, those kids up by the riverbank, they had a church gathering or whatever, and they did like outdoor camping, and they had a flash flood, and the water line went up 30 feet in 45 minutes.
Oh shit!
And they lost 98 people. 27 were kids. And they did the searching and all that stuff. But come on, man, 30 feet. I mean, your best swimmer will tell you to stay out of a riptide, and a flash flood. That's like the ultimate riptide.
Oh my God!
Because you got sediment, you got debris, you got branches, you got all stuff, and if
other people.
if the water don't get you, whatever is in there.
Where I lived, there was a road that before you landed onto the highway, going to wherever the town you'd be going, and they had a bad flood there. They had a bad flood in another town just right down the way too, and I don't know if they're connected, but it's just creeks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And well, the one I know for sure, they both were horrible. Killed 50 people maybe. The one, I guess there was like a debris. It built up and it built up and it built up. And no one noticed it until it finally broke. And I guess they said it was like a 15, 20 foot wall of water just rushing down. And the one part at the end, it's weird. It's flattish where it could legit just go down, and it was in a holler almost, what I mean? There's the hills on both sides, and they said it just encompassed both sides, just rushed down. And it killed, like I said, 15, 20 people. My pap talks about a little girl, and I guess she was in the bathtub or ran to the bathtub when it happened. It swept the bathtub down to the mouth of the creek before it hit hit the river, and parents were gone, everyone was gone, just her. You know what I mean? But it was really bad how it hit. Yeah. You don't fuck with that. My paps would to this day, if I was like, hey, I'm going to get under the river, would be like, it starts raining.
Move out.
If you see an inch going up, if you look and see it's going up in any manner, get the fuck out. Like, he didn't play with that because, like he said, he remembers that happening, and it was scary.
We had a pretty massive flood in Oakdale, over in Pennsylvania, 2004. It was right before we moved out here, and there was like 12, 14 foot high water in places, and we lived on a second floor apartment above a funeral home, and the glass in the business front shattered out. The water went rushing in, grabbed up all the furniture in the place and slammed it so hard against the one wall, the entire first floor of the building shifted 2 inches off of its foundation and just slid out like if you were like a Jenga game, man.
Yeah.
Like our apartment on top stayed still, the ground stayed still, and the whole first floor just shunted out 2 inches top and bottom. And my dad ended up on the news for explaining where the water levels were at and everything, hanging out the living room window and stuff. It's kind of funny, but you could see for like the months afterward before we moved, like where the water had stained the wall going up the staircase and downstairs. Like it literally came within the top 2 or 3 steps of our apartment, and yeah, we all got stuck in school. I was in, me and my brother were in elementary school. My sister was in kindergarten, if I remember correctly. 2004, yeah, she would have just barely been in kindergarten. And so I remember staying, or I was in middle school at the time, because it was right before we moved. So yeah, I was in middle school, they were in the elementary school. And I remember we were all sitting in the computer classroom playing RuneScape just to pass the time, because we were there till like 9 o'clock. I was there till 9 o'clock, and that's when it got cleared up for my aunt and uncle to come pick me up. And then my brother and sister got stuck in the school until like 11. And I can't remember if my parents or my aunt and uncle went and got them. But yeah, it was a wild time. It was an absolutely wild time. And yeah, a story for another day of what they went through. I was actually talking to my parents, so I want to get them on the show at some point, interview them, do some story times with them. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, no, camping though. Camping, topic of. I mean, I've done everything from car camping to travel camping, backpacking. I've done beach camping. I've done a little bit of Arctic camping, but not a lot. That shit sucks. sucks.
That's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun. I mean,
imagine.
not for me at least. I mean, it's kind of cool how you dig out your little snow tunnel and everything, and you get your insulation layer and you pack and you let it thaw out a little bit and you pack it again.
I presume you don't get warm really. You get sustainably warm.
You do.
You do.
You get warm.
Hey, the problem
until you get back out of your sleeping bag.
The problem is you have to build that thing to the right dimensions to the amount of people in that cave. Because if you don't, it gets too hot and it collapses. Like we had to build snow caves in Fort Carson, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Used to go up until we get into the snow layer, about 10,000 feet, and they made us build those things. And they made us do it without our snow gear on. So you had to do it like, get
that done.
You're gonna freeze if you don't. So we would remember the first day.
What they have you digging with?
Oh, just a regular E-tool.
Okay.
Just a shovel, fold out shovel.
Yeah.
Sat there. We did it with the Inuit standard, we call it, where you get this one clear area, everybody tamp it down. Then you literally saw it out.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw out the squares and stuff, and then you have to saw out the squares on the base larger than the second layer, and then the second layer, and the third layer, and then third layer, and then the hard part is getting the turn top, And you had to just
you guys building igloos?
We built an igloo.
Nice.
And then the second time we built one, we had to build an actual cave where we dug in
into the snow,
and dug in it's like we tamped it down, and then we had to measure out the degree that was going in based on how many people we had, which was like 9 or 10, and then we just dug in. That one didn't work because we didn't dig down deep enough, and it got too hot, and then everything just fell. Now that's the bad part about that, because when we did that, I mean it makes sense, but you're literally trapped. I mean, when that snow falls on you, you're isolated. You can't.
Yeah, you think nice, light, fluffy, powdery snow? Fuck no. Pounds per square inch is a bitch, especially when it's going feet up.
And then you panic, because I've watched a few things about that.
You do panic.
You panic, and then they say, "Do not fucking move. Do not move. Stay exactly where you're at." Because depending on an avalanche, you don't know where you're at comparative to.
You don't know if you're digging up or down.
You could be digging down into it further, you know what I mean? And then
that and thrashing about can cause more to settle around you, and you become even more trapped.
I presume the oxygen doesn't really flow too well when you're in there.
Okay, that sounds real good on paper, but when you're covered with snow
you panic.
And you can't move, and you hear not just you, but other guys going, you getting the fuck out. I mean, that's what happened to me. And it's funny, it's like when we're all most of us were sleeping. I think one or two guys were out taking a piss. I think that's probably what would probably save the day. Because when that sucker collapsed, I'm like, you sleeping? Do. And all of a sudden you just, and then, boom, everything just, it's like, what the fuck? And then you can't move. I remember I would just shimmying, because my one shoulder could get, and then I just shimmy. I wasn't even sure my hand even reached the surface, but I was waving that motherfucker. I got my arm out, and then all of a sudden I feel this. Don't you let me go! I got you. Where the rest? I don't know.
Get me out of here.
And we dug the other 7 guys out, and we didn't sleep in the cave. We all got it out here.
A real good trick is you want to actually get that heat up a little bit. Get that nice sheen to it, and then get back out, let it cool down.
Yeah,
get those ice walls in, nice sturdy reinforcement.
Yeah, man,
and insulation there.
Well, we learned the whole tactic of it's like we got the cave, and then we had this metal thing, the sheeting, and then we just tamped it out, and then we ice up, and then we tamp it again and ice up, and then That shit was perfect.
You guys ever watch any of those survival guys on YouTube that go out there?
I watched more than a couple. Yeah.
They go out there. They're like, all right, I'm gonna dig this little mansion out of the ice and snow, and I'm gonna pack it all in. I'm gonna have my little fire pit and everything.
Fugazi, 90% of them.
Yeah, I've seen some ones that like they bitch out, like they didn't come prepared.
Yeah.
Like what was there was that dad and his kid that went out camping up in Alaska, and they had to bail.
They had to
early
bail.
You talking about that famous one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't remember if it was a TV show or if they just had their own YouTube channel. I can't remember exactly the specifics of it. I just remember that they got when they were planning to go out there for like a month, and they didn't make it like 2 days.
Yeah, they gassed out. No, really, the first day, really.
Right. Yeah, but
they gassed out.
Yeah.
That sun started turning pink and was shivering. I'm like, we get the kid out of there.
Yeah, they didn't get that shelter done correctly in the first night, and. Yeah, because that's the really tricky part with the really cold weather is that the moment you start sweating, you're in trouble. So you gotta work at a pace that's not leaving you sweating or moisture wicking or taking layers off to cool down and then putting layer back on, but staying dry is super important.
Thing is, when we built the cave, we didn't have any of our cold gear gone. We was like in our regular uniforms. And then as soon as we were done, you had to switch that shirt out because that shirt was wet.
Yep.
You had to switch that shirt out, and like a lot of stupid idiots, they were doing this. They got the gear off real quick, and then they just put their regular gear on the next level gear, but they didn't wipe all that water off of them.
Yeah.
They didn't and so they got in there, and then they started shivering, and they're like, "Dude, I don't understand. You're still wet, dude. Take that shirt off, towel off, take your underwear off. Yeah, get your little dingle dangle out there. Take your socks off." It's very gay. You got like 9 dudes butt naked out in the snow, wiping themselves off. And then you catch a dude looking at, what the fuck you looking at?
Why are you staring a little too long? Yeah.
Dude, hey, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Quit fucking looking. So everybody we stay like we sitting out there. Every time you got like more than a couple of naked dudes out there, and people start looking around. Oh, gay detector alert! Gay detector alert!
He's cock watching. This guy's a cock watcher.
I'm talking about watching the survival things. I prefer to watch the real ones. You can tell when you slowly watch. Like I watched Bear Grylls.
Okay, but look, Bear Grylls admitted.
Yeah,
he edits a lot of his shit.
I can't remember what his name is. I mean,
Survivor Man was a
yes, it was just him and his cameras, and I love that because that was authentic. You could just tell. If that was the authentic as it could be. Maybe he had the guy behind the camera or something.
No,
what I can understand, and I was showing.
There is one guy. I don't remember his name, but he has just him and his camera. He actually shows him placing his camera. Then he does his stuff. That's the Survivor guy.
That's Survivor Man.
The Survivor Man.
Evans Rocky Mountain Bushcraft.
I remember one where he didn't.
Les Stroud was his name.
I remember one time he was actually he had to bail out because he couldn't find water.
Yeah, but yeah, it's he gets stranded for a week in remote locations with no equipment.
Right. Yeah, that's the guy.
But YouTube wise, I watch
Ovens, Rocky Mountain Bushcraft.
Yes.
But yeah, so Survivor Man, grew up on that one.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah. He's Fugazi for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the information is correct, some of it. A lot of it is just like, definitely showmanship. It's for the audience.
Like
when he was squeezing water out of elephant shit out in the Sahara. That was some bullshit.
There was a guy.
He didn't need to do all that.
No. And there's a guy I watch. Drinking your piss.
That's a big one with Bear Grylls.
It's not good. It's not good at all. Like,
never has been.
You would think like it makes sense how he says it, but like there's a couple things. I watch a guy on here. I cannot remember his name. I've only watched him 3 times. But he breaks the myths of like, if you follow these mainstream things that they're showing you on TV, you're gonna die because they make no sense. It's just for TV, or they think they know what they're saying, but it's not. Don't do that shit. It was like one with berries, and it was like, I don't know. They say one thing like,
it's too red.
Yeah, there's a saying they say or whatever, and he was like, do not fucking listen to that. He was like, what is it? Skin, tongue, something like that. You test it.
Yeah, it's skin, lips, teeth.
Yes. Yeah, and it slowly tests it, and if your lips go numb or something like that, then I probably shouldn't be putting that in my body. You know what I mean? It tests it for you.
Bright red, do not test that shit.
Bright red, you are dead.
Look, for me, what was it?
That guy. Is that the guy you're talking about? Outdoor Boys?
Yeah.
He's another famous one, and I like his videos too. He's retired. He said he's going to work on his children. He's been doing it so long. He just wants to take his time and work on his children.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
man.
but he's a really good one too. I like to think his stuff's authentic. But there's been a few times where he's been in a dangerous situation or whatever. You know what I mean? And he was like, "I'm out of here." You know what I mean? Like it dropped. I didn't expect it to drop this fucking fast, this crazily. You know.
Do you guys think that you're an over preparer or an under preparer for camping trips? Or have you figured it out? You got it just right.
I've never got a camping trip right. And I haven't I've been here 4 years, and I've hunted on 2 excursions, and I didn't have those 2 excursions right. I had too much gear, and the second time I didn't have enough.
We'll have to do a camping special when it warms up again. We're gonna go out on Jolly's land.
That'd be so cool. We really can.
We'll do a boys hunting trip.
Forewarning.
We'll record the night of.
Forewarning. There is trap cameras around, and they have seen bobcats, bears, coyotes, fox, but I mean the rest of bobcats. I think I said that already once.
Yeah, you prep your campsite well enough. And
I like to think I'm an over preparer. Not even that I've never done it, but I look at it as camping. Bring some MREs or bring some stuff to eat. Bring your little propane. You know what I mean? The fire stuff, whatever. Yeah. Bring all that stuff. But then I'm thinking, what if something goes wrong?
Something always goes wrong.
No. I mean, like, catastrophically wrong. You lose your path in the woods or something like that. And then I'm thinking, survival. Now we need cordage, fishing line. You know what I mean? And I go on and on because I'm like, well, I don't want to be caught flat-footed.
Look. If you got to do all that, if it comes to the point where you're like, oh, shit, I got no food, you're in really fucking trouble. If that's become the aspect of your existence, like I need to find food, you're in trouble because that means you're not prepared to get food.
Right, but also, I mean, it depends. Like, if you're car camping, that shouldn't even be a worry. You're
get in the car, turn the keys, and go home.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but he's talking about going out.
Now, if you're going on like a backpacking trip, like a 3-day backpacking trip,
any of it, the disaster can strike at any point.
It can. It absolutely can.
We could go down in that like
you cannot feasibly prepare for every scenario.
180 acres. I could go out there and fall and twist my ankle. I'm no more than a mile away from the house or whatever, but still, it's you twist your ankle. You ain't getting up and walking on it, and then you
you can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little bit of a pud.
I had to finish a work shift after twisting my ankle.
Listen,
4th degree sprain.
Listen, okay, look, dealing with wilderness,
roll tight.
Yeah, dealing with wilderness shit like that, like a twisted ankle or something like that. You simply take your shoelaces off. Get you 2 good sturdy pieces of stick. Tie your freaking sticks to your foot, and you hobble your ass back to your spot.
That's better if you can be adaptable.
Yeah, my point is anything
way
can happen.
Better than being prepared.
Yeah, anything can happen, and it's nice just knowing, hey, I have some cordage. I have this. I have they have them knives, survival knives. You unscrew the ass end of it, and there's a compass. There's a little bit of matches, some wire.
The cheap ass compass in the point fucking north. I've never had one of those work. Not once.
No.
Never mind.
You sit there, you tap it so that it finds north, and you just keep tapping it.
Folks,
it just keeps going.
Don't listen to me then. Oh, another myth: moss on the north side of the tree. That is not fucking true. That is not true.
No, fuck no. It depends on where the daylight's coming from.
It is not true. And that's another thing that people think, oh, no, that means north.
Why
that'll get you fucking killed.
That's why you do little excursions and then little more excursions.
Yeah, to get familiar with the area or know how to read a map.
Okay. But see, what a lot of people do is they pack up like 20,000 pounds of gear and then they just go trudging off into places unknown.
My first time going out on a trail, packing ahead of time, 30 pounds of gear.
You didn't have a good time, did you?
It was 7 miles. It was supposed to be a 14-mile trip out and back, and we only made it 7 miles in because the rest of it was all snowed out. I had extra pair of clothes. I had extra pair of boots. I had extra pair of damn near everything. I brought canned fucking spaghetti and meatballs for my meal. I had a full fucking mess kit with me. a full cookware kit just in case.
God.
I was over prepared for any scenario, but I will say the spare boots came in handy.
Feet were dry.
My feet were I had spare shoes, but it was carrying the boots back. That actually kind of sucked. What happened was on the trail out back there was 3 water crossings. There was one was supposed to be a bridge, but it was just the cables that were left, and so we had to shimmy across those. That was dope as hell with my adventurous mind. That was awesome. The second crossing, though, the bridge was completely gone.
Oh,
and so there was a log that was getting most of the way across the water. Right, it like the last 6 or 7 inches were down in the water, but the rest of it was sturdy log going all the way across. On the other side, though, of the other side of the embankment was still snow-packed. And so how it went, everybody else went first, I went last. Everybody else got across, no problem. I get across the log, I get to that last bit of the log, I get to the snow embankment, I lift up one shoe, kick, get it nice and firm and implanted in there, wiggle around a little bit, good, solid, go to pick up my other foot. As soon as I pick up my other foot, drop right down through into the water. Completely soaked up to about halfway up my shin. In freezing cold water, because it was out in Montana, in Glacier National Park. All the water out there is glacier melt, so just ice cold, ice water. And so, thankfully, I had dry socks and dry boots to change, or shoes to dry into, or change into. And then I hung my boots by the bootlaces off of my backpack, and I had to carry those motherfuckers.
Very heavy,
bouncing around on my back as I walked. But I got out with dry feet, and I saved all 10 toes. So.
They were a little blue, but that was it.
And then my first backpacking trip, definitely over-prepared. I had a 3-man tent. The other 2 guys brought their own tent and their own hammock. I thought, I'm just going to pack a decent-sized tent. Everything will be good. I had a 3-man tent just to myself. I had a camping chair that I had all packed away. I got all the lightweight backpacking stuff and everything.
It still adds up, yeah.
It does. Again, it was about 35 pounds worth of gear, and I did not need all that. I did not, but I brought it, and I was comfortable at the campsite. Took a little while building up and tearing down, but I was comfortable. Hauling all that, because that one was a 22 miles.
That just looked.
That was rough.
Every bivouac we did, the more bivouacs we did, the less gear I took.
Yeah,
I'm serious. I mean, we had these stupid ass 2-man tents.
Yeah,
these stupid ass cheap. Made in the 50s, 2-man tents.
My dad's described those. Yeah. It's like one guy carries the poles, the other one's got the fabric.
Okay, so I remember one time we pissed our platoon sergeant off because we was at Walmart and they had these high speed, basically they were pop tents. You put they were these rubber things and they pop up and it's just this.
I've seen those, yeah.
And it's 2 seconds that sucker's up and it keeps and it's like this high speed polyurethane is shiny and it keeps all the water off of you. And they're 1-man tents. So technically we weren't breaking regulations, but our shit didn't look like anything. And they were $40. So I bought mine, he bought his. And because we were supposed to have, the same, we were bunkmates or whatever because we were supposed to have the same
uniform, yeah.
So we bought our shit and then it was time to put our shit up. And it was everybody's got their tents up and then they see these weird fluorescent green tents that pop up. And then our staff are what the fuck is this? And I stick my head out. What's up there, Sergeant? He's what the fuck is your tent? I'm sitting there in the big side. Is this uniform? I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment, a straight line.
Dress right, left.
Yeah, just right dress here, baby. He's I should make you take this bitch down and have you sleep out in the cold. And I was well, that wouldn't be very nice, son.
Please don't do that, Sarge.
And he goes, but you're adapted. I'm Roger that. He's you overcame. Roger that. He goes, Carry on. He walks away. He's like, oh God, thank you. And then,
It's not like you were carrying any less weight.
No,
because you were each carrying a single man.
Them things didn't shield you from jack, man. They were porous. All the air comes through there.
It's meant for summertime camping.
And then if it rains, the water comes right. It's like it separates right at the top. Like one side's supposed to fold over the other, but this sucker was old.
Yeah.
So the water would just water will find the least resistance, and it just comes right through, and it always drops either on your face or on your back, and then like you're wet at the middle of the night, and it's like, oh shit, I can't do anything about this. And then so you got, okay, fuck, I got a poncho. I throw the poncho over the sleeping bag. You start adapting.
Yeah.
Because your shit is like subpar. Well, I got tired of that. So I just bought me
tired of adapting.
Yeah, so I just bought me a whole freaking tent.
Yeah.
And
got that nice rain fly.
Yeah, and it was so funny. Like after that one time, the next month there was 3 more, and then the month after that there was 5 more. And before you know it,
the whole platoon.
Yeah, whole platoon's gone.
Why did he have a problem? Why did he have a problem with it?
Huh?
Because you're supposed to go through hardship. Adapting to the situation.
Hardship, and it's supposed to be military issue.
Okay, I thought maybe because it was so neon, he had a problem with it because it wasn't pronouncing.
They're pretty muted colors.
So I was going to say
he didn't like it because there's 22
OD green,
piece of crap tents that's sitting there, and then you got these 2 brand new,
beautiful,
not there. One of these things is not like the other. What are they?
You ever seen the Goofy movie? All right, it's like whenever they roll up to that first RV park, and he sets up, he's got his little rinky-dink RV and everything, and the other dude rolls up in the tour bus.
You're talking about the big fat,
with the lights,
he shows up with it. Got the swimming pool and the jacuzzi.
Like, God damn.
Yeah, that's what that is like. It really is that different of a.
But like I said, it was like an infection. Everybody caught that, man. Before you know it, the entire platoon had that. Okay, now see, this is one thing about Marines. Like they can keep it the way they want to. Just like, okay, it's got to be uniform. Everybody's got to be the same. Cool. Hey, dude, what's that tent? Where'd you get it? How much did it cost? Okay, cool. So next thing you know, you got like 17 Marines walking in here. Hey, we want that. They're like, well, sir, I want that. We only have the. Well, you need to order more of that.
Right.
and we clean out the entire. Like there's space where all the tents were. They just took them off.
Sir, we only have 5.
It's like same thing. Like when we switched boots. Like we used to have these like the leather boots, and then we started using these the Iraqi sand boots or whatever, like the felt. Well, those things really sucked about keeping water out.
Yeah, the suede and
I was like, dude, okay, I got this. We had this one guy. He was I forgot what it was. We got this like liquid silicone.
Yeah, like the spray on water water resistant spray. Yeah.
Okay, now. You spray that shit on your boots and stuff, you glow in the dark.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
Under infrared, you light up like a fucking Christmas tree.
You glow.
It's same with starch. You can't put starch
on it. You can't put starch on it. Okay, but your feet are dry. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay.
You probably build a boat with those things.
Yeah, so do I want to get shot in the dark? Or do I want wet fucking feet? What are you doing?
Clearly, I need to rethink my life choices. I'm down to this option A or option B, but until then, I want dry fucking feet.
You want feet that is dry. And so you spray that shit on there. And then he learned something else. Like he learned some kind of coagulant or whatever. You spray over the top of that. And then there's a void because it blocks out all infrared settings. So it's like, it's weird. Like the rest of you will glow, but your feet will. You can tell. Okay, those are obviously boots, but there's like black. It's like because it won't pick up on infrared. Yeah. It's
so
funny.
If you're not paying attention, it don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was like I said, there was adaptations on top of adaptations on top of adaptations. So you start figuring out stuff. Huh. There's like I said, I had gear that I wore around the barracks, and then there was gear that I took out into the field. Mm-hmm. Like gear that I just washed with water, hot water. I didn't put no detergent on it. I didn't put nothing that would give away my scent. nothing that would give away my location by freaking infrared because the newer uniforms didn't have that. It's like it was just a dirty mess. It was a wrinkly, dirty mess. But that was for the dirt, and this is for everything else.
Right.
And so those are the camping stories for me. After I got out of the service, I never got out in the dirt. Not really. I mean, the lightest times is when I went hunting. I was like, okay. It was like my first time, I just went cold. Like I said, hey, you want to go hunting? I don't have a rifle. Oh, I got a rifle. Cool, let's go. And then I walk out there and I have the fancy, like camouflage. Hey, dude, where's your gear? I'm like, I got it. He's like, oh, the deer see. I'm like,
bullshit. Granddaddy went out in flannel and jeans.
I'm like, really? I guess because you guys said we were just going to sit up in a blind like 20 feet above the ground. Deers don't look up 20 feet.
Oh, they can look up.
And that's basically what it was. We sat up in a blind and we're supposed to be quiet and everybody laughing and drinking beer. And so I'm like, this is hunting. This is sitting around getting drunk. And like, so I didn't have enough gear, and I got a little cold because that wind blowing through the trees. That was not fun. So the next time I had the nice camel thing and the red freaking pink ass. I was like, so much pink. Why does it got to be fucking pink? I never know. But it's like all this.
It's the way the deer see colors.
So I was like, somewhere, and then I had these big giant boots that I haven't worn since the last time. The big old giant, the keep you super warm and supposed to and so I'm like, okay, whatever.
Get some goulashes over there.
Yeah, so I'm like, I won them once.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus, these things are freaking heavy. I'm like stomping right now. That one, homeboy took me, we actually tracked deer like crossings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now this dude was like Jason Statham hunting shit kind of because he didn't even have boots on.
Got a little autism for that hunt.
Yeah. He had these like cool
hiking shoes almost. But
they didn't even, they weren't even shoes. They were just like basically foot leggings, but they were super durable on the feet. Like the bottoms of them, they looked like tread, but it was like basically just like his feet.
Yeah.
And he's just walking around. I'm like, Jesus, dude, aren't your feet cold? He goes, oh no, these things are like super hot. And so he was walking, and he's able to walk through that stuff. And here I am crunching, like, shh. I'm like, dude, I'm in excess of 300 pounds. There's no way this shit's gonna work.
So you're out here, cyber ninja up, I'm sorry. I brought shoes.
And I had a rifle. He had a bow and arrow.
Oh yeah, archery hunters are a whole different breed.
Dude, man, he walked.
It really is something.
And I swear to God, I didn't even see the deer he shot until it stood up because it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. It was like right when the sun was just coming over the mountain, and like we're walking, and he's like, hey, stay. He's like, what? He's like, hey, stay here. I see it. I'm like, what? What do you see? And he's, okay, here, you just stay. And he just kept stalking forward, took his arrow out, drew it back. Then he went, chip, chip. He went, yip, yip, yip. Or some weird noise like a deer. That deer, all of a sudden you see the antlers and that sucker stood up, and that's when he let loose. And got him straight through the heart.
Yup.
I was like, holy shit. And then he sauntered off, didn't make it 20 feet. I was like,
yeah, you get that heart and lung shot, man.
I was like, wow, dude. I was so impressed. I'm like, okay, is it gay? Because that was fucking cool.
That was hot.
I was like, wow. Man. I'm like, wow, man. That was awesome sauce.
That was sexy. That was
that was like
primal.
That was some real man shit, right? And I swear to God, dude, I was like, he took this really, really sharp ass knife, and he didn't want the head. He just wanted the fur. He took the fur. He took the antlers. He cut them bitches off. If you're
you got your trophy.
Yeah, you got your trophy. But he took the fur, and then he basically just cut all the pieces out of it, and he took the meat that we were going to take. And he left the rest. Yeah. He had a special little bag to put the meat in, and he goes, all right, let's get the hell out of here because whatever wants to come eat this guy is going to probably want to eat us too. So we got out. We hopped it out of there. But I was like, I was impressed. Yeah. I was impressed. Like, man, you're going to leave all this behind you. Nah, I got all the good stuff. But he dressed that sucker up quick. I'm like, man, course, that was the last time I went hunting. I haven't gone since.
I haven't been since I was a teenager. No. Well, I went whenever I came home between tech school and Alaska. So it's been about, that was 2011, 14 years now. So yeah, it's been a little bit, but yeah, no, if we go to Jolly's place,
I was going to say, whenever I get a place, like I said,
we'll need out of state tags, but you can rifle hunt in West Virginia.
I'm pretty sure because it was my grandmother's land, I don't have to have a license and I don't have a quota. Because it's
look, we will find out.
Yeah, we will need licenses and tags
now,
anyway,
you guys, I don't know either.
You'll be in state. So
we will find out. I mean, cause I ain't.
That's for sure. Oh yeah, we're not risking for the biscuit. You know what I mean? We're not.
I ain't doing fines and jail time for
is
poaching.
Is it Wilderness Ranchers or is it Forestry? Which one is that? Them dudes with the weird hats that come chase you down.
Game wardens.
Game wardens, yeah.
But yeah, no, it wouldn't be jail time. But I ain't paying hefty fines just trying to fill a freezer. You know
I work hard for my money. I don't want to give my money to some fool out there.
I ain't give my money to no government.
I pay enough into them.
The government.
They get my taxes. They get my registration, my license fees.
Yeah, you can get these nuts. I'm not doing no more.
Catch these hands, man. My bank account's looking bruised and bloody every goddamn paycheck.
They gotta find you in order to find me. You ain't making it out of here.
Hey man, $20 gets you a U-Haul, and you disable that tracker and take off in the mountains somewhere. Yeah, you drop the tires off, drop that bitch to the ground, cover it up with some trees. That shit's gone.
I've seen so many stories where these game wardens, these guys are like poaching or whatever they hunt. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something wrong, and the game warden just comes out of the freaking forest like a freaking forest ninja, and it's like he's on an ATV. You don't even hear the ATV and just rolling up like.
Yeah, some of them got the quietest fucking ATVs
until he's already on top of you. Oh fuck!
On top of you. Hey, how's it going?
I've seen some really funny TikToks. So like guys out fly fishing down the river. Game warden comes like. Scuba diver suit up out of the water like a fucking Navy SEAL commercial. Yeah. Where's your license? Spitting water out as it's running down off his hat. Jesus.
Hey,
they're out there, man.
They're out there.
It's game wardens and IRS, man. You don't fuck with them.
No. It's like the hell you're gonna find me out in all this tundra. Oh gosh!
Send those guys to find Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, if he owed any money, yeah.
Say, oh hey, I heard Jimmy Hoffa was out there hunting without tags this year, man. Fucking found his ass. All right, folks, that's gonna be it for this shift. I gotta wrap it up there. We're a little way over time.
Oh yeah,
cutting some out of this one. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us at Nightwatch Podcast on Facebook. Podbean is our main distributor to the other podcasting channels with Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, as well as our home here on YouTube. And if you want to help financially support the channel, I am now off of my parents' couch, but now I got a camper to pay for. So if you want to,
so still keep it coming.
Yeah, so if you don't want to buy us a coffee, please. Still need that caffeine. ko-fi.com/Nightwatch Podcast. Any donations is appreciated.
Speaking of, it is hunting season right now.
Yeah, it is.
It is. So go out there and bring them home, boys.
Be safe.
Yeah, be safe. Be safe. That's the main thing.
All right, folks. We'll see. That's it for this shift. We'll see you on the next one.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock. And be safe getting home.